Now you down. You one of these niggas that be talking about, look, I'm watching JB now. I'm cool.
Right. Right, like your boy.
Yeah, your boy. I listen to Racqui B. I'm pretty hip. I'm pretty hip. I sent her a song.
I'm dating her.
I sent her a
got phone
song.
number. I'm dating Racqui B. I gotta act like I'm.
It's something romantic that makes me.
We're going steady now.
Right.
I sent you a song that made me think of you.
Right.
Slap that hot pussy on the grill. That just
that
something
was
about
crazy.
it. Something about it just
What was
made me.
the song?
I can't tell y'all
Wait, we
nothing.
talking about the song.
I can't because he like watch
what
this
it-
podcast.
What is? I'm not
don't
going
want
to ask the question.
Take that ass.
I'm not going to ask the
Right.
question I was going to ask. If he was one of the 5 that we just talked about.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! What?
I'm not asking that
for
question.
what? The munch?
Yeah.
No. He don't even live here, so we've never like
That's when
hugged
you was in
or
New York?
touched or anything.
He said we should
No.
New York.
That's wasn't what you was in New York for.
No,
He took a
not
bite
at
out
all.
the great apple.
Not at all.
The big apple.
I don't think we haven't met up like ever since like.
Oh, so he really
College.
trying. He trying too hard, like hard.
Definition
we
of
haven't-
shoot your shot.
Sheesh. He's shooting grenades.
It's shit.
Rolling. What the boy Akeem Ali say?
Incriminating.
Rolling.
Oh, sorry. Let me move my
right.
luxury purse. My
You're a
designer,
luxury person. I know that's right.
my designer purse.
Well, we are back. Let's go. Y'all ready to go?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah,
it.
yeah, I'm
Because
ready.
I'm excited because Brandon said he got a lot to say today. So we gonna let this brother just
Somebody done pissed Brandon
take
off.
the
Nah, ain't nobody
take
pissed
the
me off,
helm
man.
and
I'm
go.
good, I'm good.
But before we start, we're gonna do the introductions. Of course, we got the I don't even know what to call her right. But what she came in here with, the way she came in here talking, I'm like, I'm kind of scared. No, we got the lovely Racqui B
Yes.
in the building, of course.
Thank you.
The highlight of the show, of course.
Always.
Of course. And of course, we got the Mr. Make You Feel Dumb, B
Mr. Make
Gibson
You
over there.
Bitch make you feel
B Gibson, look at that cup. That cup even smart.
Like,
He got a smart cup.
Brandon can say anything.
got
You
a
just
smart
agree,
cup.
like, yeah,
Yeah, you
right.
going to.
You got to fact check this nigga
Right.
because the way he say shit, you be like, yeah, you right. He could be dead wrong.
Right. But you still gonna believe it.
Let me check and see what syphilis means. I'm just kidding.
Now, remember, see, the thing is this. I've already done the fact check before I've said it, so
There you
I
go, there
already
you
know
go.
I'm right.
Smart nigga.
Oh, okay.
That's the biggest thing, man,
That
about
it is.
when you're in a situation and you want to be right or you want to seem
When
smart.
you know you right.
Only speak about shit that you've looked up and checked.
That's a whole
know
fact.
of, okay.
That's a whole fact. And then of course we got Mr. Lotto Pockets over there.
You better believe it.
Big Bear. Mr. Phil Safe Lotto
beautiful-
Pockets
it's
over there.
beautiful over here, baby.
Yeah.
Credit score crazy.
I need to sit closer to him. That should need to rub off on
Need
me.
to rub off.
Need to rub off. But let's switch gears on a serious note. We want to start the show with a real moment of silence.
Yes.
For the young fella that lost his life over the last few days.
It was on
Zai,
Sunday.
I hope I'm saying his name right. Zai J. St. Pierre. So we're gonna give a moment of silence right quick. Yep. Rest in peace to the young fella, and condolences to the family.
Absolutely.
To the mom
Yeah.
that had to witness that. My heart is broken for you, and I just pray for strength for people that go through things like that. So strength, through whatever, and through it all. Hopefully, you got a good support system. Of course, guys like me, I always try to give the people the space that they need, and then once it's a fair time to me, what I think is fair, I'll reach out and try to do what I can for and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Again, condolences go out to the family, to the young fella. Rest in peace, of course.
Right.
Yep,
Such
yep,
a
yep.
tragedy. If you have a son or a kid that age, the empathy hits
Yeah.
a lot harder, right? Me with a 7-year-old son, the young boy was 5. You just, it makes you look at your kid and hug them a little tighter.
can't imagine.
You can't imagine.
can't
The
imagine.
empathy just hits a little bit different. And yeah, so definitely my condolences and definitely my prayers and all the strength in the world to that family.
I got something I want to say to all the judgmental motherfuckers out there in
Right,
regards
right.
to the situation
That's
that
definitely
occurred.
part of it, right.
And I'm gonna be completely transparent.
Right.
A few years back, there was a situation where a child fell into the gorilla pit at the zoo.
Yeah.
Woman, child fell in the gorilla. I think they end up killing the gorilla, but the gorilla wasn't doing anything dangerous to the child, but just the
threat,
aspect,
the threat of it.
threat of danger. And I made a stat. I jumped on Facebook, made a long stat in regards to how could the mom be so negligent? How the fuck do you not pay attention to your child? I was just going in I was just armchair quarterbacking, not knowing what the fuck I was talking about.
Right.
3 weeks later, 2 to 3 weeks later, my niece's birthday, she had just turned 6. I took her to, I had a break during the day, and around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I took her to Grease Ridge Mall. Now, mind you, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on like a Wednesday. Let's say it's like a Wednesday. Nobody's there but the mall walkers and employees. I mean, the mall practically empty. We walking. I'm taking her to Children's Place to get her some clothes. We stop at one of the jewelry kiosks. Stop at one of the jewelry kiosks. I was there for 30, 45 seconds. Lost her.
I know your heart dropped.
What? And I'm thinking in my head, like, where the fuck did she go? I'm looking everywhere. I'm panicking. I'm asking the salesperson. I'm getting mad at the sales. Yo, where the little girl that was with me? What little girl? How the fuck you ain't see the little girl? I'm blaming them for me losing my niece. I'm looking around the counters, everything. Whole time, she's right behind me playing, like purposely staying out of my view.
Oh, wow.
Now, it might have took maybe a minute or two.
Yeah.
But to me, it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
I had to go back. I grabbed her, I hugged her. I was so scared. I panicked. I'm looking frantic. And I said I had to go back and make a stat apologizing just to the general public about not knowing what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Because in that one window of 30 to 45 seconds, I lost my mind.
Right.
And I lost track of one child.
Right.
It was I get paid to keep an eye on people and watch people.
Right.
Surroundings. In the surroundings. I've kept view of people in crowds of thousands.
Right.
Me and my niece walking through the mall, lost her in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And but I had such a strong opinion about what a mom with multiple kids now should be doing.
Right.
And since then, I realized that, and that phrase, you never know what's going to happen if you're not in that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
And for everybody that was, making statements and saying that, oh, how did she not pay attention and everything? It's funny because, well, not funny. Let me take that word out of it. It's sad because when it occurred, I heard that she was in the traffic trying to get people to stop to help her.
Yeah.
And people were just ignoring, going about their business.
Right. Yeah.
Until one or two people took the time out to see what's going on and what's wrong. So how do you? So everybody's trying to educate her on on the situation, how you're supposed to conduct yourself,
right?
Or what you're supposed to do. I'm not going to get into all the minor details of what people.
You got no idea what's going through that.
But you have no idea what's that moment of sheer terror and panic,
right?
Especially if she had to witness it,
right?
Right.
Right.
So my heart truly goes out to the mom, the family, if there's any beauty in this situation, in this horrible situation, I want to shout out to my city, Rochester, the way we stood behind that woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Came out and showed support. I'm a big crybaby, so if I was on the bridge, I'd have been crying for the whole time I was there because I love kids. I dedicated 90% of my life to the kids in Rochester and the things that I do behind the scenes, and it's a beautiful thing. The motorcycle club, shout out to the motorcycle clubs too.
Yeah.
They've been showing out recently for almost any kind of tragedy that occurs, whether it's bike related or not. The motorcycle clubs have been heavy out here, and that's shout out to them too, man.
Yep, right, for sure. Yep. But yeah, that was rough. So hopefully we gonna keep our arms wrapped around that family though.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. There we go. It's hard to switch gears from that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, man. Sorry, man. Before we get started, speaking to kids, my 14-year-old found out that I'm on a podcast, so she told me that I have to shout out the GOAT. So shout out to my daughter, Justice. You are the GOAT.
She the
GOAT.
GOAT. That's right, Justice. Big Justice in the building.
Shout out Justice.
So I asked her, though, so I said, so what are you the GOAT of? She said Cash App.
There you go. Well, since we on kids, let's keep it on kids. So my son, Jace, right? Jace is a character. Y'all, listen, man, Jace is different. I ain't saying that just because it's my son. The kid is different. So we get a call from the school psychologist the other day,
Uh-oh.
and Jace and two of his friends are huddled up in a a little huddle, and one of the other kids now the counselor is sitting there looking at them and listening to them. One of the other kids asked the boys, "Have y'all ever seen somebody at I think he said somebody at Burger King wearing a shiesty mask, right?" So Jason and his other friends like, no, and he's like, "Have you guys ever seen somebody smoking weed?" So so the boys say, they talking. The boys say, "Yeah, of course, I've seen somebody." So we get a call like, "No, we don't smoke weed." Jason knows we teach our kids about drugs, this and that. Jason knows he knows what he
He snitched.
So no, so they go and they're talking to Jace, right? So Jace is like, she's like, counselor comes up to him or has him in the rooms like, "So Jace, what happened in the gym room today?" "I don't know nothing. Ain't nothing happened in the gym today. Nothing." So his mom called me hysterical, crying, laughing, like, "Yo, Jace didn't want to be the snitch. He's so funny. This kid is funny." So I'm like, maybe he just didn't know that's what she was talking about. Mm-hmm. So I go pick Jace up from daycare, and I'm like, I'm hoping that it was just that kind of situation where he just didn't know what she was talking about. Right. So I get him in the car. "Jace, what's up? What happened at school today, bro?" He's looking out the window that way. So I know he's scared. He think he in trouble. Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, nothing." No, he started telling me. He said, "So we were talking and my friend said this and that, and he asked us about weed and this and that." And I said, "So when the counselor asked you, why didn't you tell her what happened?" He said, "I didn't want my friend to get in trouble."
Actually,
Yeah.
so he knew that makes sense.
I said, "That's a Jackson boy for you." There you go. That makes sense. I didn't want my friend to get in trouble. So I'm like, "All right, say less. You ain't in trouble, bro." And I gave him a little dap. But I was like, "Listen, you only tell if it's something going to harm somebody, right?" So there you go.
Wait, how old is he?
7.
7, okay.
Jason's different though, bro. I tell you.
Yeah. He already aware.
I got stories. I got Jay stories out the wazoo. That dude is funny. But
my son is 7, and he's nonverbal, right? He's on the spectrum, all types of sensory stuff going on. But when you have a nonverbal kid, the way they communicate, right? They find their own way to communicate, and sometimes it's very aggressive, right? Okay. So every morning I'm getting dragged out to bed, literally dragged out to bed to go make whatever, chocolate milk, eggs, sausages. Like he will bring you, if you have an autistic kid, they're going to... Yeah. Hey, I want this, I want that, I want that. So it's like he is so aggressive, but every day is like, it's rewarding because you don't want to miss a thing. Because every little thing that you take for granted, the things you take for granted as a parent with a normal kid, and I put normal in quotes, is things that kids, moms or parents that have kids with disabilities cherish. And we make it we celebrate it like it was the biggest accomplishment because it is for us, right? So the little things matter, and it taught me a lot about people, right? I feel you need to be diagnosed. Okay, like it really puts stuff in perspective. But it also makes you like slow down, right? Because I feel like with my life and how fast paced my life is, like being a mom to a kid with a disability slows you down and grounds you and makes you realize what really is important. And all this other shit, people's opinions, right? And I want to say that to the mom and the family of the young boy that lost his life this weekend. People's opinions don't fucking matter, right?
Like they really don't.
You grieve how you're supposed to grieve. Take your time. Heal how you're supposed to heal.
There's no script to grieve.
There's no script. Fuck these people, because half of them don't got their shit together anyways. Half of them still trying to find themselves. Right. They're still trying to find themselves.
It's hard for me to even realize or to even think about how could people be like that. Like, what triggers your mind to go
in this world
the
other way?
That social media is the only time that a lot of these people have a voice and power. And when we was talking before about the God complexes and stuff like that, when people have the ability to go left just for shock value or just to be seen or heard, that's the only time in their lives they had that opportunity.
That's crazy.
So if they're going to ruffle feathers and speak against the norm or go against the grain, that's the time they take the opportunity to do it. Not realizing that how hurtful and how horrible the situation is and the things that they're saying add to it.
Wow.
And the thing is, like, when people like that, then they'll follow it up with like, "Oh, I don't do everything that's the norm. I do things my way, and that's why y'all don't like me. No, we don't like you because you're socially awkward, you're fucking rude, and you're probably stupid, and you don't get any attention.
You stink.
So
I just want to add that.
And then you don't even understand it's a time and a place for all that shit.
Yes.
people do not understand time and place. One thing that I learned, 1 million people can read a book, but very few can read a room.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know when it's time to talk.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just like they say, oh, well, she said things that other people were thinking. That's the point. You keep your thoughts to yourself sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes
People do not know how to read a room at all, and it's so clear. And they don't
Social
realize-
barometers.
Oh.
No social barometer.
or common sense.
Yeah. There's no such thing as common sense.
And then when they get a reaction, man, to what they said, then they say, oh, this is my opinion. You are absolutely right. You are free to say what you want. You are not free from others' opinion on your opinion.
Right.
You presented your opinion on a public
And you can't
Platform.
and you cannot dictate how those people respond
Exactly.
to that opinion.
Right.
So you may have said something that was earth shaking. Oh well, whoop de whoop de whoop, just to shake the room.
Yeah.
But don't get mad when that room shake back.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't because they can shoot back.
Thinking of shaking the room and then the room shaking back. Offset, Cardi B, he shook the room first. Now his whole world shaking.
Let me tell you, he tenderonis, man.
His
He's
whole
tenderoni.
world shaking.
These rich tenderonis.
His world, golly.
I ain't gonna lie, man, but he shook his own world.
The Richter scale for this earthquake he dealing with on his own is crazy.
shook his own world right now.
It's typical baby daddy behavior, though.
Yeah,
It's
I like
typical
what B
baby
called
daddy
it. What B
behavior.
called him a little while ago. We called him.
What? Shit. Which one?
Upset? No,
No,
wait.
he called it typical.
Caught a nigga upset.
Oh yeah, man, typical man. Yo, it's so man typical man with these dudes. Like he's literally running everything out the handbook of a baby dad when a baby mom move on. First they start with the okay, man, I got chicks, I don't need her. Then it's oh man, why you messing with that dude? And then number 3, the weakest one be oh. I just want to see my kid, or oh, swear to God, you playing with my kid.
Yeah.
You showed up at 2:00 in the morning to see a 3-year-old. Nigga, knock it off. You just want to see your son. The same son you ain't seen in mad long.
Right.
You saw them Timbs on the front porch.
Word. I know that. That's what it is.
And they was Louis Vuitton Tim.
Louis
So
Vuitton,
he got
yep.
mad at that. He like, oh, he messing with
that's what
somebody
it
that
be,
got some
man.
bread.
That's what it be. That's what it be. I'm telling you, that's what it be.
Yeah.
Niggas never love their kids more than when the baby mom start messing with somebody else.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
of a sudden, man, niggas love their kids so much they want to spend 24 hours a day. I just want to bond with my son.
And it's the fact that he can't go and talk down on this dude.
Yeah.
That's
You can't
that's a good-
can't
another
go
good
and say you fucking with a bum ass dude. You can't he can't do that.
Yo, baby daddies, there's so much research. Your baby daddy will know your man better than you because they will find out who it is and they will go find out
Oh, yeah.
everything, ask the nearest
That's a
hoe,
fact.
everybody
No,
about
they
this
will
one
lie.
person.
They will lie. They
And then
will
they'll
lie.
come back and tell you about the nigga you dealing with. You be like, damn, I didn't even know that. How the hell do you know? They do so
It
much
be lies,
research
though, man, because they
just to
come-
find that one thing to throw in your face.
Yeah,
oh, well,
yeah,
in
yeah.
school, he had,
Yeah.
black ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, they
Yo,
would just
hold on, Mo. I got a story about that. I got a story about that.
It's 798.
Bruh.
the littlest thing.
I had a baby dad, man, tell a woman, I know him from school.
Oh gosh.
He was dirty and rode the short bus.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you could say 2 things about me in history, they would never be I'm dirty and slow.
Right. That's the whole fact.
Yo, me and dude didn't even go to the same school.
Oh, God.
We didn't even exist in high school.
Oh wait,
within
that
the
was
same
real.
Time period.
That was
No,
real.
this
Somebody told somebody.
Oh, that's
told
real,
somebody
bro. Like, I
about
don't
you.
be saying something. No, that was dead real.
Oh shit.
Like, yo, like, dudes will make something up. Like, yo,
Yeah.
nobody. Women say they are the best detectives. They are lying. There is no better detective than the new chick you messing with, baby dad.
Oh, yeah. You already
nigga.
know that.
Yo.
You know that.
Yo, I'm talking about
niggas pillow talk more than women anyway.
bruh. Bruh, hold on.
I
got another one
I
too.
go to a barber shop for my haircut.
Mo, hold on.
I know this.
Yo, man, I got another one too, yo. This nigga, I was messing with his BM. Actually, man, wasn't even meant messing with her. Like, we were just talking type shit. I guess he worked at the doctor office. He really called her like, yo, you messing with a nigga with high blood pressure.
Nah.
Oh, my kids, bro.
Nah.
Not the hypertension.
Hey, that's wild. That's almost as corny as the dude that just sent Racqui the song.
No,
Oh, no.
Yeah, tell that story, Rock.
Yeah.
Racqui got a song from a guy
oh God, he's gonna be officially done with me for real now. I don't like, okay, I would say this. I'm gonna start with this. You know a guy really into you when he starts sending you songs and memes, right? We could say that, right? Like
Right.
you send memes back and forth like, this reminds me of you, this reminds me of you.
Right.
So I got a song and I'm like, oh wow, I got excited, like, wow, he sent me a song and he's thinking about me. The song was like Shake That Ass from like Bossman D-Lo and Glorilla. And I'm just like, and I literally told him, right? I'm like, I'm confused. Why would you choose this song? He was like, oh, Glorilla part reminded me of you.
What part was she saying she's going to top him off, or when she was shaking that ass?
So I had to go listen with intention. I was like, oh, so this is what you want me to do to you? Like, I'm so confused. And I don't.
You didn't want that part from him. You didn't want that from him.
No,
you wanted him to stay like he was.
Send me some like Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. And I want to say that because a lot of times, because of what I do and who
How
I
old
am.
is this gentleman, may I ask? And the reason I ask is because, like, there's a gap because you have to actually have a relation.
He's not a YN.
No. What I'm saying is this. It's like, man, you got to have a relation, man, to that type of music, man, to be able to send it.
That's
you
the
see what I'm saying?
problem.
You got to have a connection.
That was the problem.
That was the problem. That's not his character at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So that's all he has is the glow.
And let me look at the camera. Hey, homie. No. We ain't going against you. We just helping our sister out.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
It's over.
So it's not like
It's over.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting ghosted after this. I'm definitely getting ghosted after this. But
Don't feel bad.
I say that because
Send
a lot
better
of times
song, bro.
Yeah,
people
just send a better song.
Send a better song.
Speak your truth, bro. Fuck that.
No, so you guys don't send. Have you ever sent a girl a song like, yo, this remind me of you?
Yeah.
What song did you send?
Let me see what song.
It was an R&B something. It wasn't no shake that ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that
It's
come
something,
later.
man. It's like,
That come later.
That comes later.
Yeah, you didn't even meet this guy.
What mode I'm in, like.
Okay.
No, but B,
I might
B,
say-
B.
Oh, man, like
she
me-
never met the guy.
Oh yeah, man. Then you gotta be
They
nice.
only
Like, you gotta
talk through
send
the phone.
something like 112 man Cupid or something. Like something that's mad lovey.
Something,
You know what I'm saying?
something that's
You know
gonna
what
make
I'm
her
saying?
feel a little different. Not Shake That Ass by Glorilla. Come
Or
on.
like me,
you
like I
see-
might send something like I Choose You by Willie Hutch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Here you go.
See, I would send you a cash app after that. Like, oh, here's $40. Go get some lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, made me want to do something for you. But I would say that to say this. Like, a lot of times, men, because of what I do, right? I host.
so
I'm on the
lunch?
radio. I'm an entertainer. I talk my shit on Facebook. A lot of times,
Big
men
shit.
feel like they have to like, they feel like they have to like put on this persona, right? To be down with me, and that's not really what I'm all about. Yeah, that's part of me.
Right.
But I'm very much like an intellectual. Like, be yourself. You don't have to try to be down with me. Like,
Right.
you don't
right.
got to do that. Like, just be yourself. I like intellectuals. I like a little corny here and there. Like, I like that, right? Just be cool.
She came in here sad, like depressed. It's the hottest day of the summer so far. She came in here mad, like, I'm never gonna find a man.
I'm never going to find a man. Because I don't, like you said, right? I don't know what my social media, people think I hate men. And I hate that shit. Like, I hate when people are like, oh, you hate men.
No, she don't. She don't.
I do not hate.
Rock,
I'm the biggest
Rock,
lover girl
your
ever.
Post, you've been going in.
But it's not
Nah,
about.
man, people
but
gotta
it's,
realize
but
that.
it's not me hating men. It's me.
two separate things,
it's
though.
facts. Like, this is what I've gone through, right? And the reason why women engage so much with what I post is because it's true. People actually go through the shit that I go. No woman is like, Racqui, shut up. You talking shit. Women come to me and be like, girl,
Yeah.
you say what I want to say. No one is telling me. Men don't even tell me
You
I'm
know
talking
what the problem
shit.
with that is,
Men
though? But
come
you know
to
what
me
the
in real
problem with
life
that
and
is?
tell me,
Hold on.
you was right though, because I'm telling you real shit. I'm a journalist by day. I use words every fucking day. I know how to make sure the words are right. I use concise words. I know how to write.
They definitely be put together.
So a bitch could write a whole paragraph and I could say that whole paragraph in one sentence, right?
Right.
So I know what I'm saying. So you cannot try to manipulate me and telling me what I'm really saying. I'm not saying I hate men at all. I love men. The men that experience me know I love men, okay?
Not the wink.
Yeah, they know I love
Not
men.
the wink.
But
right?
hold up.
But I'm an experience. I know that. So
You might be scaring some dudes off though.
that's fine. You don't need to be with me.
That's shit. Bro.
I was just about to say
At
that.
the end of the day, I have a really big personality in real life too, right? So if my posts scare you, then me in person, like my emotional intelligence, my whole demeanor, my strong-mindedness, all that shit's gonna scare you too.
There's the answer to your
I
question.
know who it won't scare.
Who won't scare?
I ain't gonna say that. I'm just gonna use my eyes. Like Jada did.
Oh, funny as
Why
hell.
you trying to be eHarmony right now? You've been trying.
Yo,
Okay,
hold on, hold on.
Beard,
Everybody watching this podcast see y'all as a dope couple.
Yo,
I'm gonna leave it there.
whoa.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Yo, hold on.
Go ahead, B.
Two assholes.
One thing though, man, I will really say is you spoke about how like, oh well, man, they don't feel well, they shouldn't feel the need, man, to be down. That's the enforcement of dating and confident people. Because for a lot of people, just being themselves is not enough because they don't feel that
Not confident in
themselves
themselves, right?
are enough.
Right.
And me, man, personally, I actually know how you really think. So I know you don't hate men. But the reason, like, you say, like, all these women, man, resonate, that also means there's a lot of exercises in futility. Because when you check a lot of these resumes, it ain't a lot of good men applicants on them.
It's a fact.
Not even being funny, like it's a whole lot of them. They, oh, girl, I relate. And these niggas this, that, and third. And I look like, oh, yeah, baby daddies owe me money. Oh, yeah, baby daddies owe me money.
You know,
What
all
does
of
that
you,
have to do with her feeling what I'm feeling?
but you know what? Also,
I'm
too,
just saying, no, that means
Funny. It do.
yeah, no, but you're right.
You can't be fully confident when you owe another man.
On another note, that piggyback off what B saying and what Rock saying is that I work in a field that's 99.98% women in the healthcare side.
That's how you got so rich.
Yeah. And-
What else you doing over
Hey,
there?
listen, but what I'm saying is, I hear all these horror stories too. Like
Horror stories or horror stories?
horror.
I mean, there's a lot of horror stories in the
my
nursing
bad.
homes.
He didn't say horror
Freudian
stories.
slip.
Yeah, horror stories.
Freudian
And
slip.
a lot of times when, I work overnights and you're going to have conversations and all this other stuff. And the women, some of the
Freaks
stuff.
come
the
out
women,
at night.
Yeah, and
Hold
some of the things-
on. It's so convenient. He works in the 99% women field.
Overnight.
It's overnight. See, and listen, the thing,
Nurse bear.
Sugar bear.
The real sugar bear.
stories you hear, the stories I hear, and when we all met up and Rock was telling us, like, women saying men 30 plus don't have cars, don't have bedroom sets, live with, mad other niggas.
It's real.
Don't have clothes, don't take care of themselves. It's hard it would be hard. And then you see these women, these same women that tell these stories, go above and beyond for these niggas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
then when
Preach.
a man who considers himself of value, when I come and I see this,
Yeah.
you want me to go above and beyond
For you.
to obtain you.
When you done.
And that type of situation, if you not mentally all together, I'm talking about the dude. I can't speak for the woman. I would never speak for women.
Right.
If you're not mentally all together, that will affect how you approach the situation.
That's a fact.
For example, and not to put Racqui out there. Say I'm going for a Racqui B and I'm going for a Raquel. Raquel is, I don't want to say a profession because I want to downtry anybody who works, but say Rochelle makes, she has three. Say Raquel has 3 kids, lives in a small, tiny apartment, or whatever, and she catches the bus, right?
Right.
Beautiful girl, everything, but that's her situation. I meet a Racqui B, got her own car, got a house, career, flourishing. My approach to both women will be different.
Gonna be different.
And that's not to say good or bad. But what I'm saying is that there was a saying that was going around on Facebook where everybody was saying, like, date people in your class, like mentally or financially or spiritually. Date people who are similar to you or have the same values and all that stuff. But Raquel, who's in a different situation than Racqui, might be more appealing to me. Because if I'm the type of dude that thinks money and power and sway can control that situation, I'm like, she'll be happy with whatever I give her.
Yeah.
So I don't have to try as hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Where then when I get with a Racqui B who got her own shit,
Yeah.
Most men may say, you know what?
It's too much work.
I don't know what to do because I can't control
Yeah.
her with money. I can't control her with my so-called popularity, and I don't have any personality, and I'm not as intelligent or as resourceful as her.
Right.
So what the fuck I'm gonna do?
So throw it back to Racqui. Racqui, how does a woman that has her shit together
Yeah.
handle a situation where a dude that got his shit together, but he's intimidated by you? Do you dumb yourself down? And you like this guy?
So,
But
I can only
that's
speak-
tough for women.
It is tough, and I literally had a guy tell me like, I wish you were the type of girl that would ask for money because it would be easier to deal with you because you take up enough space for 3 women because you take up enough space because when you're dealing with a woman that has her own shit, you have to come with emotional intelligence, right? You got to be able to like tap into a side of yourself that men usually don't like tapping into, right? Because giving you money and shutting you up is so easy. But when you have to really like tap into that side of you, that vulnerable side of you, that side of you that has to be supportive, that has to be there, that has to be present, some men have a hard time doing that, right? So he told me I take up too much space, like it's hard. But some men, right? If that's all you have is your money and your image or your stature to speak for you. If I meet my equal, you know what?
It's tough.
It
It's
will.
tough.
I feel like you have to provide something other than that, like.
A guy.
Are you supportive? Can you make me laugh?
But check
like,
this out.
For me, support is big. Support is big. Like, can you watch me do my shit and cheer me on? Like, hey, babe.
It's so
and
many
take a
branches
load
to this,
off.
though. It's so
You
many
gotta take a
branches to
load
that
off.
because the dude that's gonna come to you like that with his shit together, he got his own money, he got his own everything, and he got his stature, his fame, and all that. He never had a problem getting the chicks. So
Right.
So now he got to come with all this other stuff, emotional intelligence and all that. He never had to do that.
But now
So
you
now
want
he's stuck.
you on an equal playing field, and a lot of times, like
You throwing him away. That's a good dude. That's a dude that just need a little bit. He needs some different
But a
work
lot
than
of
the
times,
regular
men
dude.
that got their shit together are assholes, right? And they think they sassy.
Oh.
They sassy.
What the fuck does that
sassy.
mean?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we gotta stop this for
They
Brandon.
sassy.
Me and B
Look,
B don't like that word. Me and
They
Brandon
get
don't like
You
that
know
word.
what the thing is though?
Sassy.
Is that we actually end up running into that more now because times have changed. We run into that as men, like as he said, when you see like, yo, she do all this for this dude that's we'll call him substandard, but we're not gonna use bum on here.
There we go.
So for this substandard dude, so then you say, okay, cool, I gotta go all out, and at the absolute most, the only thing that I can get is what he got. And it's like when people say, well, man, what do you mean? I say, yo,
Ooh, wait.
if I had in this bottle, right, and I told you it's $50 for me, and you say, all right, cool, man, it's $50. Now, you just watch me get it, man, for $50. If you came up next in line and they told you 75, would you buy it?
Nah.
You wouldn't buy it because it's like, okay, cool. Like,
He got it for 50.
why do I need men to give more? And women have been trained by men substandard things, so it's not all your fault. In fact, this part is not your fault at all. Y'all have been trained in the sense of that literally, okay, well, I got a place to stay, I got a car, and that's good enough for a substandard man. Because he's gonna find his way, man, to make use of those resources.
Right.
So now, when you go to another man and women will say, okay, well, I'm supposed to want more. You learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
But as my return for that is this. If you want a better job, you got to get me better qualifications, right?
Right.
If I want to be a doctor, I got to go back to school and get a degree, man, 'cause I want a better job, right?
Right.
So why don't you have to be a better person to get a better man?
That's a fact.
And then they show up, well, I got this, that, and the third.
Ooh.
I don't care. You have a degree. It's not going to hop off the wall and massage me after a long day. It's not going to talk to me about business ideas or nothing.
Right.
All it's going to do is sit there. So I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
It's not doing shit for me.
Right.
Not to mention, to add on to what he's saying,
Right.
that I have to accept everything else that comes with you that another man put with you.
Exactly.
So
What
I
you
don't like
mean by
saying.
that?
I
What you
don't want to say baggage because I'm talking about the other person's kids. Because women say I'm a package deal. If you want me, you got to want my children.
Yeah.
Which I don't think anything wrong with that. Especially if you're dating somebody who's a mother. I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Right.
But my thing is this: that the qualifications that you want me to have, you wouldn't. You like with Tory Lanez. Shout out Tory Lanez, free Tory. One of the things he said was, "You want me to buy you a $5,000 bag, but you can't afford a $5,000 bag."
Yeah,
That's and when he said that, I looked into it a little deeper in the conversation people was having about it, because I was that dude.
Right.
I would buy you a $5,000 bag if I liked you. I didn't think anything was wrong with it. I still don't. But the thing is, I never thought about what I require from the female.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a simple dude. I'm so easy.
Because you getting what you require.
Yeah, but see that
you getting it when y'all go home and
you know what I'm saying? And
that's all you require. That's all most of us
But at a
require.
certain point, and I'm being honest with you here, at a certain point, but even might be being a little vulnerable. At a certain point, that's not enough.
That's fact.
I need if I want
That's the whole fact.
I need to
That's
be
the whole
like
fact.
Racqui said, I want to be sustained mentally, emotionally. I want to be vulnerable around you. I want to be transparent. I want to be real. If I can't do that based on the perception that I have to be just a provider,
Right.
then we're not gonna connect.
Right.
So when you had JoJo and them who didn't have nothing going on, and you was giving them the world, you massage his back, you filling out job applications for him, you doing all this stuff, and I've heard this story.
Letting them drop you
Because
off.
JoJo got that good.
Drop you off and take the car.
And to come pick you up late from work in your car and all this stuff like that.
JoJo blowing your back out.
But it's funny because I've heard women say that they would rather take a broken man, or a broke man. I won't say broken man, a broke man who had nothing but who could blow their back out. The who could blow their back out than a dude who got his own shit and treat her like shit. But the problem is, a lot of times when they break it down, the dude that they say treat them like shit is the one that's questioning what she wants. And that's where that word sassy come from. It pisses me off.
They don't want to be challenged, bro. They don't want to be challenged.
I'm not saying I don't want to do things.
They do not want to be challenged.
I'm saying,
right
what I'm saying is I don't want to do things. I'm not saying I don't want to do anything for you. I will question why you feel like I need to.
Yeah.
And then what are you, God, I know this phrase is, people hate it, but I'm saying, what are you also bringing to the table? Women be like, oh, the fuck, I am the motherfucking table.
I bring the table to the table.
I bring the table to I can set my ass on
And
the
the
table.
problem is,
And my thing is, I'm not saying cool, but I'm, like I said, if you know the type of person I am, my love language is acts of service.
right.
That's my love language. I like, listen, if I got it, let's spend it. Let's have fun. Like, if it makes you happy, and it don't have to be about money. It could be time, anything.
Yeah.
Acts of service.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, and it could be, like I said, it could be the situation where your circle has to change, and it's uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable for most people.
Yeah.
So if the women or men that Racqui keep running into, you think, like they say, you shoot 1,000 times, you're bound to hit one.
Yeah.
That's why me and Rock talked before about relationships a couple years ago, I said that's why with men the standards are so low now. I don't have to try as hard because there's way more women.
It's not as many of you.
Exactly. There's way more women in the world who are looking for good men than there is men in the world who are looking for good women.
Right.
Like
Right.
I think in Atlanta alone, they did a survey. There was like 400,000 single women.
I don't know,
Single
but
black
Bro,
women.
it's good women everywhere. That is.
Atlanta numbers are skewed though,
Yeah,
because
no,
a lot of the men, a lot
what-
of the
what I'm
Yeah,
saying
but a
is
lot of the
there's a
men have
reason
joined the
why.
other team.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But what
fellas,
I'm
them
saying
numbers
is-
are skewed
but
a little
what-
bit.
Hang on a
They
second.
started shopping in the other
Because
aisle.
you use a different city.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
No, I get you.
You got Houston,
San
all that stuff,
Francisco.
but San Francisco. But the reason, let me finish.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying what I'm saying is that fact that so I don't have to try as hard. So if I come across a Racqui and she doesn't accept the bare minimum, there's about 1,000 other Rockies
Yeah,
who
that's a
will.
fact.
That's it.
So I don't have to
And
try
now,
as hard. So
and
then
now
when
Racqui, you done lost your man.
exactly.
I lost.
You
yeah.
lost your man.
You
I
told
lost my man.
told her I had to have
Like
a
I'm
car.
about to lose the one
Hey,
right now after this damn podcast.
let's go down the line. Love language is
I was about to say that. Go, yeah.
My love
excellent.
language is acts of service.
B.
Okay.
Debate.
Yeah.
His love language is debate.
Nah, man, it's acts of service though. Like it's acts of service. Like it's well, man, like it's individualized to the person. Like, man, it's more things, man, that are intangible.
You can't just give us your answer.
Because I'm being
That's not his
honest.
nature. That's not his nature.
Okay, but
saying
acts
because
of
it's
service.
tangible.
What do you mean by acts of service? Because acts of service for women is like a man that can, that can fix stuff and bring the trash can to the front. Like, what is acts of service
Acts
for
of
men?
service could be
That's
taking
why
something
it's
off your
tailored
plate.
to the woman because you may need certain things that another woman doesn't.
taking something off your
things
plate.
that I do for you for acts of service are not going to work on another.
Okay, so when you say your love language acts of service, that means you require acts of service
No, I
to
don't.
love.
I don't.
But that's not your love language then.
No,
What I'm saying, and I know she
Love
means
language
too.
is what you want.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
no.
acts of
Love
service,
language
there's
means
gift
how you show
giving.
your love.
No, it's how you receive love.
How you want to receive it.
How you want to receive
that's-
love.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's for me. Like, for example, since we're saying this, the greatest gift I ever got from a woman in my life
So you like gift giving.
was a blender. Of all things, it was a blender because I was going into Project Lean Nation every day paying $9.63 for a smoothie. And she bought me a blender. A $40 fucking blender
stop.
was the most thoughtful thing I ever got in my fucking life. Because it shows you pay attention. If you buy me a pair of sneakers, that shit don't mean jack shit to me.
Right.
I have 1,000 pairs of sneakers. There's no way you think I need a pair of sneakers.
Right.
There's no way you think I need that. Because all the stuff that I really want, I'm gonna buy myself.
So your act of service, how you
give love.
how you value the act of service that the person's giving.
So his is gift
So
giving.
it's got to be that's kind of a double jump.
So okay, this is the thing. Can we?
What's yours?
The
You go.
5 love languages: acts of service, gift giving, right? Compliments, right? I think is what words of affirmation,
words of
compliments,
affirmation. It's words of
quality time,
And physical touch.
and physical touch, right? And this is how you like to receive love, not how you give it.
What's yours,
For
Rob?
me, it's quality time, right?
yeah, I'm big on time.
And
I'm big
I
on
think
time.
that's why I think that's why I have attracted men that are subpar, because the men that don't got shit going on got all the quality time in the world,
Yeah,
so they
see,
can
you
sit
stuck.
with me
All you need is
and
time.
we could
Shit, I
talk.
got that.
I ain't got no time.
I got
But
time.
like,
but I ain't
if
even
you're
gonna-
dealing with a man that's about his money, that's hustles, he ain't got the time
At all.
right? So
At
like,
all.
so now Ray,
So you
Pookie
got-
from down the street that just
Right.
in the trap house all day, he got the
That's
time.
why you ain't got no fucking man. You gotta get a bum.
Yeah, man, you need a bum.
You need a bum.
No,
All
I don't
bums
need
apply.
a bum.
It's time now to blow
I
your
don't
back
need a
out.
bum. I just need a man.
Dial 1-800-BUMS
I need-
us and let's get Racqui a bum.
I need a man that can pencil me in, that can make time for me.
Oh, but she
right?
needs a premium bum.
Don't use your
premium bum.
She needs a
busyness.
premium bum.
Hey, fellas, let's look at
Because
the
I'm
camera
busy.
and say, let's get Racqui a bum. We need a premium. Find a bum for
Listen,
Racqui.
I'm busy all the time. I'm one of the busiest people I fucking
You
know.
need a bum.
Right?
That's why you
And
need a bum.
I make time for who the fuck I want to make time for. Right? So you got to prioritize me and make time for me. You don't have to be a bum to prioritize. You could be so busy.
Okay, I
And
got
if you make time for me,
A
right?
premium bum, like
Okay,
you said.
I don't
That's
care
why I said
what
a
the fuck
premium
we
bum.
doing. We buy. Oh, are you selling you a what's that word? A salesman? Oh, you want me to come with you to the next house? Oh, you a Uber driver? You want me to sit with you in the car and go to
Oh,
these
I like
houses?
that, Racqui. That's dope.
Let's
That's
quality
dope. That's
time.
dope.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
real
Like,
dope shit, though.
make time for
shit.
me. It's not about him being a bum. I don't want no fucking bum. I like nice shit. At the end
sorry,
of the day,
bums.
I'm not gonna ask a man for something
Sorry,
that
bums.
I'm not gonna ask a man to do something for me that I can't do for myself.
Listen,
right?
premium
I'm not
bums.
gonna
Just
do
step
that.
this up a
Yeah,
little bit.
that's huge. That's
But at the
huge.
end
I'm
of the
big on
day,
that.
make time for me. Put me in your schedule intentionally, right?
However, though, man, but I'll
We
say this,
talked
but I'll
about
say
how
this, but I'll say
intentional I
this
was
though.
earlier.
Like, man, for example, like, man, when I had like the store or like the shop, I literally used to be at the store 12 hours a day.
All day, yeah.
All day,
yeah.
12
Like, yo,
hours a day.
babe,
So
come
like
through.
the chick that I'm really digging,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't even offer me to come sit with me at the shop,
Right,
it's quiet for you.
right. That's a fact.
It's quiet. Like that. None
Oh,
of that
y'all
other
so
shit means
tender.
See, I can't have.
Nah, that's
What's
real.
your
though.
love
That's
language?
real.
I can't
That's
have.
not
But see,
tender,
this
though.
is
How
the
would
make
problem.
time for me.
No,
I
that's
can't.
real.
I can't have
most-
somebody. I can't have a female come do security. Hey, baby, we gotta fuck this nigga up real quick. Come on.
Right.
The most precious thing.
They gonna stop
the
fighting. Help me break this fight up, baby.
Listen,
The most precious thing
I
a
need you
man
to carry
can
me
give
a Boss
you.
Man D-Lo do-rag for me, baby.
Yeah.
The most precious thing a man could give you is time. Fuck the money, fuck the bags, fuck all that shit, fuck the credit cards. If he just throwing it out and then be like, I'll be back, you're not. That's nothing. The most precious thing a man can give you is his time. Like, let's
However,
hang
though,
out.
man, but it gotta be. Hold on, though. Like one thing that I notice with things, a woman will just say something is going on, and they'll say like, "Oh, this bum ass nigga only gave me $100. My other nigga gave me 1,000." The nigga that gave you 1,000 had me 50,000. The nigga that gave you 100 had $132.
Right.
He cares more about you than the nigga
Right.
that gave you man the band.
I got both. So
Yeah,
whatever.
it's not about having a
Bear
rich.
got it all.
It's not about a rich
Bear
man. It's
got
a
it all.
generous man. There's a difference,
think
right?
That's
Yeah.
we.
So I think my love language is physical touch.
Oh,
And-
you
and that's
nasty.
because
Yeah, I can see that your grin. You like, touch me.
I know she was gonna go there.
You got a lot of fucking nerve.
You
I know
that
she was gonna
grin,
go there.
it's all in your eyes though. Like,
No.
the way you squint is like,
I
yeah,
said- I'm physical. Can I explain myself? Y'all let B get a whole fucking segment to explain himself. I can't explain
Yo, that
myself.
nigga gave that Chris Brown
Golly.
squint. He gave that Chris Brown squint.
Golly.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, touch man.
Go ahead, Uncle Mo. Go ahead, Uncle Mo.
I said I think I'm physical touch because okay, and this is real too. Like you can't buy me gifts because I like nice shit. I got expensive shit. I don't want you to go. You can't go buy me no sneakers, no Jordans, because I'm like I wanted the Gucci's. You can't buy me that. What's the other ones?
There's quality time.
Quality time. I like being by myself.
Okay. Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah. That could be in there. Because I need you to cook.
911.
All that kind of stuff.
Yes, like cooking would be an act of service.
I need that kind of stuff.
Okay. Physical. You said physical touch. We know you like to be touched. And
She's funny.
what's the
You
other
make
one?
it seem so
was
dirty.
Quality time, physical touch.
Anyways,
service, yeah.
I think it's physical
Words of
touch because words of affirmation.
Yeah.
I've been getting that all my life.
Yeah.
Here she goes. See, I can't say shit.
I ain't doing
Nah,
that.
man, talk that shit,
That's
kid.
why
Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Man, that
That's why
confident
I
shit, talk
you know
that
what I'm
shit.
saying?
They don't
Shut
like
up.
confident men, bro. They don't like confident
What?
men.
Of
I
course we
literally
do.
been
No,
getting,
y'all don't.
I literally
Of course
been
you
getting
don't like
complimented
confident
since
men.
I was 9 years old.
Okay.
So that shit don't do nothing.
Hold on, bro. Hold
So
on.
you like physical touch. So what does
Because
that
I'm
mean for
an
you?
athlete. So I was an athlete. So I come home sore. I need to lay down and get my head rubbed and you know what I'm saying? Put me to sleep.
Both
like
heads.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, though, like the thing is, though, man. Notice, though, what she said, though.
What?
No, literally, y'all don't like confident men. Hold on.
No, there's
Did
a
you just
difference
say
between
that
confident being
men are
arrogant.
assholes?
Some of you are arrogant.
There's a difference
Very
on
arrogant.
arrogance.
It's a difference, Rock. Don't do that.
I'm gonna tell you the
don't
difference.
Do that.
Hold on.
You
hold on.
say
I'ma
you
tell
call
the
us
difference.
arrogant, don't do that.
Yo, man, I'ma tell
Confidence
you
and
the
arrogance
difference.
is not the same thing. I just said. I said we like confident men. We don't like arrogant men.
No.
There's a difference.
Y'all
No.
changed the
Confidence
definition,
comes
though.
with your aura. Arrogance comes with your how you orate and how you speak of yourself.
Listen. I am in no way arrogant. But people gonna perceive that from me because I'm confident.
Yeah, you have a confident aura.
I walk in the
Confidence
room.
is your aura, though.
This is the
Arrogance is the
difference.
way you talk
This
to
is the
people,
difference
the way you
between-
present
yeah,
yourself.
This is the difference
with your
between
word.
confidence and arrogance. The only difference is a woman wants to tell you that compliment you to say, hey, you're confident. When you compliment yourself, you're arrogant.
Yeah. Well, check it out. But listen, hey, story time for me. You know, we said we're gonna tie some shit into our own lives, right?
Right, go ahead,
So
go ahead. Man, take your time, Pastor.
I'm over there coaching at that school, right? Mm-hmm. And when shit started shifting with me and the other coaches, it went from he's got to be the head coach because I've never been around a guy that knows that much football. That's what it started. Mm-hmm. It went to, oh, he's arrogant. He thinks he knows everything about the game. Motherfucker, I'm doing everything on this field and coaching, and we winning. I'm confident in what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and it's my profession. I know this shit. So you can't say that I'm arrogant because I know what I'm doing or because I'm good at what I'm doing, and I'm showing you this. Like, this is in your face. It ain't.
And
this
you
ain't,
talking it,
and
and you
I'm
living it.
talking it.
You
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
and you living it.
But you can't go and say that I'm arrogant because this is who I am. This is what I am. Like I can't be no other way than this. What I'm doing is right. What I'm doing is real and it's working and you seeing it work in your face. But that part came from jealousy.
Of course.
And that's where it happens when people say you're arrogant instead of confident. Sometimes it comes from a jealous standpoint. Mm-hmm. So you got to be able to differentiate the two, because a dude like me, I'll give the shirt off my back. Mm-hmm. And I'm the first one to say when I'm wrong. Like, if I was wrong about something, I learned that. I wasn't always like that. I had to learn that shit. Ooh, and I learned it the hard way.
Humility.
So it's like,
Yeah, man, I never learned that because I'm always right. I never had to learn that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we got a different kind of nigga here.
My bad.
He definitely never heard. I ain't never. Yeah, that's why I keep him with me. He always right. No, Mo, you're wrong. Shut up, nigga. You're wrong. And I could go. But yeah, you got to be able to differentiate the two. Mm-hmm. You know, arrogance and confidence is totally different. But somebody that's looking at you that don't like you for whatever reason, they're gonna make
It's
it look like
because
you're
those
arrogant.
niggas in you, man, they see the confidence, man, that they lack in themselves.
course,
God damn it, he
100%.
beat me to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it really
That's
be.
all
Like,
it
I
is.
see you,
That's all it is.
And they'll say, that motherfucker think he all that.
Yeah.
And then I ask, have you ever had a conversation with them?
Who have I?
Why do you have this opinion of somebody that you've never met for real?
Or even better
You don't
yet,
even know what they think. You
or
don't
better
even know
yet,
what they think.
This motherfucker think he all that. Yeah.
But
Am I not supposed to?
Yeah, like they be like,
But check it
he
out.
thinks he's better than people.
I was
No, I just
always-
think I'm better than you.
Yo,
I
was-
know I'm better
I
than you.
was
At whatever
always-
this is, I'm
yeah.
better than you. At
I
it.
was always 2 steps ahead of them. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. You know, for one, it was because like when this shit started happening, and I'm doing it my way. That was another issue. I'm doing it my way, and this shit started happening. I knew that was coming. I had no doubt that it was coming.
Yeah. Right one's on the wall.
Yeah. So,
Right, I feel you.
let's switch gears here a little bit. First of all, I gotta say, you know, I gotta look at my phone and look at these text messages from the pod. Said everybody talking about they're gonna be here on time. I don't even think nobody was on time. I work with a bunch of lying motherfuckers. This dude,
First of all, I was on time.
no. You know, he never said what time he was gonna be here, so he good money. He never wrong. This dude here,
I'm gonna ask you to stop pointing in my face. I'm from the hood. And that's
this dude here.
First of all.
you can't swing on me from all the way over there, nigga. So this dude here, but nah, it's all good. We here.
we try to make it do what it do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, see, the thing is, but I said 5:30. Now, however, I was not here at 5:30 in American time. But in Africa, I was on time.
He was here.
And being that I'm a true African American, I was just true to my heritage. So I had to get here the same time my ancestors would have got here.
He moved the goalpost all the way to Africa. He moved the goalpost to Africa.
I got something I want to talk about.
Yeah, let's go.
A lot of what I'm thinking it's okay to mention now.
All right.
The open elections that's coming up.
Okay.
Matter of fact, this month, I think June 24th is it?
June 24th, I
June
think, yeah.
24th.
That's right, man. Mayor elections is in
Yeah,
the summer.
Yep. We got
thinking everything
we
be in
got
November.
There's 5 open seats for city council and the mayoral election. I want to have a transparent and honest conversation, right?
Okay, go ahead.
How does everybody feel?
Wait, I'm not running for mayor.
Okay, well, nah.
I'm not.
How does everybody feel about our current state of leadership in regards to the city around us?
Me?
Oh, let's talk about
You
it.
going first or you want me to
Let's
go?
talk. You want to go first? You want to go ahead?
I mean, I'm going to say this. Me, man, personally, I think that mayors get way too much blame because if you really look at it, mayors really can't do too much of shit.
And if they do that,
Like a lot of people
loopholes.
say, like, oh, why Malik is doing something about these dudes on dirt bikes, but not the kid boys. The reason those kids are getting right back out is because of state laws for minors. There ain't jack shit that man can do about that.
And what's that bond reform and all that stuff, bail reform and all nothing you can do.
And on top of that, man, they changed that. Like they changed that a part of the 2023 man budget, the Department of Bail Reform about violence and not being able to use their prior record, man, to set bond or bail or let them free. They were kids that's 20, 21. And the administrators asking simple questions like, fast, what's 12 times 12? And they literally sitting there, and I'm like, I've been out of school 25 years.
Yeah,
Damn,
right.
oh.
That's sad.
I'm like,
Right,
I've been
right.
out of school 24, 25 years, and I'm knowing this like this. They literally,
Was it 144?
one time, 2, you carried a 1, you carried a
know-
3-pointer.
Yeah, they doing all that crazy shit.
I wanna know where your degree from.
That's
first.
crazy.
We gonna-
But
that's
check this
a side
out.
topic.
But listen, so
I'm
so
right,
this,
right?
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going.
fact
Stop
that-
playing with me.
The fact that you got a question, if
No,
you right
because
about that.
I'm a
You got that
journalist,
degree
not
from Cash App
not
University.
First of all, my credentials is
Yo,
great.
so this is where I was going with that, right? So education is by far, our school district is by far the worst problem that we have. Now
That
if-
we can
Can't
agree.
keep a superintendent for shit.
if I step into that mayor's role, like I said, I'm black and white, and I know it don't work like this. I know there's budget pockets for everything, right? You got to spend this, you get this amount of money for this amount. But if you step into that mayor's role,
Right.
why not, or to forget the accolades and all that, but you would go down in history if you said, ain't nothing happening until we fix this. We ain't having a summer fest. We ain't having a music fest, a jazz fest. None of that shit happening until we fix this. Go to Albany, go to where you got to go to and say, I want to be the dude to change this. Can we take this money we have for this, pour it into our kids in our school system, and let's fix this thing. It ain't hard to do because Our neighbors doing it, both sides, Syracuse and Buffalo. They don't got their districts ain't that bad. Why not go over there and copy? They right next door. There's a superintendent over there. There's a superintendent over here. We've had a different superintendent every year for the last 12 years?
I'm saying, but can they be fixed with the money? Because money alone, I don't think can do it.
No, I'm not saying
there has to be a shift in attitude, man, and culture. Like it has to be a shift.
Resources definitely does.
Okay, let me ask this then. When we get into and not to cut you brothers off, but I was going where B was going. Is it simply a financial matter? Now, one of the things about education, one of the things that I've learned, that the emphasis on education does not come from the state. It doesn't come from the city or local government. It comes from home.
Exactly.
So if the community, at the foundation of what starts with education, isn't pushing for it, it won't work. Now, let me explain to you what I mean. Give you an example.
I'm glad you said that.
The most
I'm about to fire your ass
hang
up.
on a second. I told you, watch how you talk to me, bro. But listen.
You way over there. And I told you way over there. Yeah, I got this cop boot on. I can't run.
No, but listen. The reason I say this is because if you like I said, I haven't done major research or studies, but I've seen a lot of communities who have successful graduation rates. The community is involved. I'll give you a perfect example. It's a minor example, but I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of programs that I'm a part of are willing father participants, meaning that, okay, let's say ice cream with daddy day, right? I'll walk into a class of 26 kids multiple times,
right?
2 fathers.
Yeah, hold on.
Hang on a second. I'm giving you, but see, it only takes a spark to start an inferno. So everybody say, "Oh, that's a small thing." Really? Is it? And I'm not. Or the involvement of parents.
Yeah.
You go to parent teachers night in schools, or the city has meetings and functions in regards to bettering education. Go see who the participants are.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and how involved is the community with education being the biggest topic?
Yeah.
But throw a reggae concert.
Oh, it's gonna be flat. It's gonna be full.
It's gonna
be full.
A Jordan release. Go to a Jordan release.
And I'm glad you're saying this because it plays right into what I've been saying for years. B, you want to go? Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to go, man, because it was an event at in my daughter's school. Man, they ran it for years. It was called Man Donuts with Dads.
That's another one.
And we I went so many years, and it decreased so much that they turned it into donuts with dudes because
Anybody?
Yeah, it started being older brothers. You know what I'm saying? The nigga your mama met on Facebook. They let him come.
Guys, forget me for laughing. Naps with niggas. We got to get something to get these niggas in here.
That's funny.
Naps with niggas.
I don't know, man, but the thing is, though,
That's funny. That's what niggas.
That's what niggas is crazy.
Is that bad?
Yo, I'm telling you, like, yo, donuts with like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm withdrawing my child immediately.
Yeah, yeah, man. But what I want to say was this, though. When it comes to education,
my God,
I believe, man, that teachers, man, are molders and not creators, in the sense of this. And
I didn't even get to the teachers.
And these man teachers, what they do, they take what we've created and they mold it. The average kid is supposed to come to school, start school, man, kindergarten, with a vocabulary of 3,000 words or more. The average kid enters Rochester City School District with a vocabulary of 800 or less. So that means you're not doing it at home. So now, where in the past, our parents gave up to the system and we got full vocabs, they can work with more Play-Doh. Whereas now, this generation of parents are handing these people shit and say, yo, man, turn this shit, man, into a skyscraper.
Okay, so check this out. That's a fact, though. And he came with numbers and all that shit.
Yeah, research that.
My point was
came with
nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no. Your point golden though. But I'm gonna say this. Because that is it. That's the end all be all, right? The home. But I'm gonna ask you this question: how long have you been hearing it starts at home?
My whole life.
Now it's an excuse.
It's not.
At this point, it's an excuse.
I disagree with that.
Because check it out.
Oh, I got something for Mo.
If that's been the reason for this long, why are we not tapping into eliminating that being the reason? Ain't nobody went in there and tackled that. If it starts at home, let's eliminate that.
You can't tackle individual.
No. Let's figure out. You got specialists that make 6 figures, 7 figures. Why can't we get it to where if your home is the problem, or if home is the problem, it shouldn't matter at this point. I'm 45 years old. I've been hearing that since I was 9. That it starts at home. So somebody needs to sit down and figure out how we can eliminate that as being the reason why it's happening.
You're coming from you're coming, and now let me tackle that real quick. You're coming from a professional standpoint, saying, as far as like, let's get these thinkers in a room,
the resources,
create solutions, since we know the problem. Here's the thing, though.
We know the problem.
No, I'm saying. So here's the thing.
That's the issue. If we know the problem, why ain't nobody getting to this?
Hang on a second. We just talked about, and let me just circle back. We just talked about the behaviors of people based on situations they get presented with.
Right.
Like with the young boy that passed away. My condolences again. And we said we're still shocked and amazed at this time the insensitivity that people express into tragic situations.
Right.
The reason why I said all that is because it still matters fundamentally what we invest our attention into.
Yeah.
So if I don't care what you do in your home, your priorities that you establish, it's been that way for centuries, and it will continue to be that way. It will produce the results that we see now.
Right.
For example, if like I said, you're an athlete. You didn't walk in at 20 years old and become one of the best wide receivers or whatever whack ass position you played and make it to the NFL. You trained as a child up.
Right.
And you had coaches. Hang on a second. You had a village.
There you go. I had a village.
You had a village that supported you.
I had a village.
The problem is our village doesn't give a shit.
That's not true.
I'm telling you, numbers wise, they don't.
Bear.
Statistically.
It's 5 men in this room right now that the city school district knows of, and it ain't no reason why we shouldn't be running a building.
Oh, no. Okay, let me clarify my point. Hold up. I see what you're saying now.
Let me land.
Let me clarify my point. What I'm saying is that up until now, statistically speaking, numbers wise, the community, as much as we talk our shit on social media and all that, we don't give a fuck.
Bro, it's literally probably 50 dudes outside in the city streets right now that could have this thing turned around like that, put the money in their pocket, giving them a position in the school, it'll be done. I know it, I live it. I've been living it since I retired. All these young boys want is somebody to show that they care about them.
That's a fact. I will not debate that. These kids are thirsty for
is somebody that show them that they care.
Yeah.
Right.
All they want is for somebody to show them what confidence look like. Show them and show them literally what education does for you, what working hard on your education as you doing the sport looks like, and for you. It's a bunch of dudes out here that should be in these buildings getting 6 figures because we are the ones that can do it.
That's a fact.
And when I wrote that proposal,
it could be fixed.
When I wrote that proposal a few years ago, it wasn't about them building no fucking building. It was about the whole thing, and I'm gonna let you read it. It was about you can build the shiniest building in America, but if you don't got the right people in there,
you're right.
It ain't gonna work.
You're right.
We got the people in Rochester.
But the thing is, too,
we got them.
Whenever, God willing, if that opportunity comes, these brothers and sisters, because we don't talk about the ladies enough, to give them props.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's
these
definitely men and women out there.
These
That's the whole fact.
women are struggling just to keep households together, and a lot of them are doing it by themselves. Shout out to you ladies.
That's a fact.
Because I know my mom struggled with 3 kids and a disability.
Yep.
So, and a limited shoestring budget. But what I'm saying is, too, is that it has to be more, because like Brandon said, every situation, although we're community, every situation is
every individual.
And that's that's why I don't like making blanket statements like I did say, like statistically, number wise, because we're more than numbers. We're people. But it's just, when you talk about money and resources on that, you have to mention it.
I can't let this topic go without mentioning, and this is, I can't not do this without mentioning Virtus, because of some of the things they do.
Shout out to Virtus.
Shout out to Virtus.
They got a heavy presence in that. Yeah,
but check it out.
They different.
They are doing exactly what I'm talking about. When I say they're doing it, bro, if there's a kid in that school, in that family, that's going home to the lights turned off, we're going to pay that bill. They going to pay RG&E.
They getting them suits, everything. I know.
Wow.
When I tell you they are literally going to pay that bill.
Right.
They're going to pay the RG&E bill
Shout
for these
out to
parents.
Burgers for real.
Burgers,
If it's a kid that comes in there and say he's not eating, we have a preceptor that's going grocery shopping with the mom. It can be done. It can be done.
Because at the end of the day, some of these little boys are like the fathers in their home,
Yeah.
right? So something
Yeah.
they got to choose between
Yeah.
getting an education or making sure the lights stay on.
Yeah.
Right. So
It can
it's
be
kinda-
done.
You have to. End of the day, like I got to choose to keep
I do
my
believe. I
family sustained.
agree with that. I do believe it can be corrected.
It's tough. And like I said, I said a D- to a F to the city because that's just me. I'm black and white. I'm like, the music fest is canceled. The all these festivals, they canceled because we got a real problem right here that we got to handle. All that shit canceled. I'm going to Albany. I'm saying, listen, can I use this money that we have allotted for these music fests and for all this shit? Can I put it into where we need it most, please?
I don't think it's that simple, but
It's not
Yeah,
that
I don't think it's that
simple,
simple,
but you
man,
gotta
because they're
try
not
it.
going to do
I
it.
It's
do.
not that
I do
simple,
get
but
what
you
you're
gotta
saying.
try it.
I do.
They're
get what
not
you're
going to
saying.
do that.
At this
though.
point, right, they're not going to do
You
it.
gotta have
and
a balance.
And it's not that simple. But at this point, when Rochester has been on the bottom for year after year after year, you got to try it. You got to try it.
Because about money, you need money
gotta try it.
retain these teachers,
Yeah.
right? Because they're going out into
And
the
that's
suburbs.
the thing. It's the people.
They're going
It's
out into the
people.
suburbs and teaching.
You are
They're not
letting
staying
the
in the school
people.
district.
You're letting the people get out of here. And what's that doing? That's taking our top athletes. They're getting out of
They're
here
getting out of here.
Right.
because the parents that care are saying this school can't give my son what he needs because he ain't got nobody in that school that's really there for him, because they're going to get the jobs that's paying. The
But
athletes,
that
they're going
don't
out
matter,
there,
but like for the teachers too, man, like, you got to think they stuffing them
and they dealing with so much.
in the class, man. It's one teacher, man. It's 30 students. They say anything to a student, man. The parents coming up there to fight them.
Yeah,
and they're like,
that's
look, you
the
know
issue
what?
too.
I can go to Pittsburgh
That's
and not
why-
worry about none of that bullshit.
That's
Little
why
Johnny.
I say.
Little man, little Junebug
That's
and his
why I
mama.
say. That's why
Miss
I say.
Junebug ain't coming up here fighting me.
That's why I
Fuck this.
say get somebody like Brandon's proposal. Because if you told Brandon right now, Brandon, write me up something, give him a month, come up with something that you think would help the school district, I bet he write up something.
You don't even have to do it by the school district.
Not a month,
What
though.
I think. What I think.
42 minutes, I'll be
I
good.
think.
Chat GPT?
What I'm trying to
Yo,
tell you.
I can't stand
But-
the
No, man, chat BG. Chat BG. Chat BG,
I think
42
you should,
minutes.
I
I'll be
think
good.
you should adopt that model, whatever the model is. Do it school by school and use those results to propel that. Because,
That's what
like you
I'm saying.
said, like Virtus, what they do at Virtus, those cats really care.
Yeah.
You'll walk in. I'll walk into Virtus and see cats from the community that I grew up with.
Exactly.
That come
Exactly.
same background as me.
Exactly.
And it's not about color.
Exactly.
I'm saying because you. See
I'm
a
glad you said
different-
that,
Yeah,
because-
but they can relate. So these kids coming from these communities can't. Number one, they can't pull a fast one on them,
Right.
and they can relate.
Yeah.
And one
yeah.
thing I like
can
about
go to
Virtus
this and
listen,
be like, yo,
listen.
man, my Wi-Fi down because the electricity.
the passion that the white teachers at Virtus have for these little black boys is ridiculous. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And the parents too, though.
Yeah. The
The parents mean a lot, man. The parents
They
like
locking
man, I know several mothers who have sons at Virtus or have sent them there, and they went there and they were wayward before they came there,
Mm-hmm.
and so like they wanted change for their sons. That's why they sent them there.
By wayward, he means that they were acting up, cutting up.
Oh yeah,
don't know what wayward means.
Yeah, Brandon, you gotta stop talking like that.
Oh
bro.
yeah, this motherfucker
bad.
dropping bombs and don't even say nothing. Need the goddamn little ball with the shit up on here.
The definition trick.
Definition
Could y'all
of the
add
word.
that?
Y'all funny.
Could y'all add that?
Yeah.
Wayward.
Hey.
Shout out to the graphics team.
Yeah.
Yeah, though, but now though, man, but for real though, man, like that's what they do. So like it's a notice that I know my son is going the wrong way and I want change for him, so I'm sending him here. Right. The problem is with a lot of these parents, they don't care. And the biggest thing is, unless they're on drugs or the kids are not eating, there's not too much systematically, man, that can be done simply because you can't legislate, man, people to give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And on the flip side, not really flip side, to piggyback that too, is that when people be putting up stats, when the kids do wrong and fuck up, lock up the parents too. A lot of these motherfucking parents have tried,
Bruh.
and they don't, and some of them don't know.
Most of the craziest people I know, man, had great parents.
That's what
Dead
I
ass.
said.
Some of the craziest people I know had
moms,
great parents.
I work with moms that are working double, 16 hours a day. They trusting that the 17-year-old or the 16-year-old is home doing what they're supposed to do. And then they get these phone calls, hey, your son was found in a drug house. Your son was found in a stolen car. We caught your son with a gun. I'm watching these moms lose their mind. Like, what the fuck? I do my best to put food on the table, work my ass off, You know your dad not here, or whatever the situation may be, not trying to diss the dads and that. And they don't know. And it's a lot more of that than what people realize.
Yeah.
So we like to group them all together, and that's why schools like Virtus are so important. They know every situation is different.
Right.
So we're gonna approach every situation differently to get the same amount of success. You know?
It's just.
So this is my whole thing. I didn't grow up here. I didn't grow up in Rochester, so I didn't know
you
anything.
grew up in Pondy River.
I don't know anything
Virgin
about the
Islands. How you
districts,
doing?
right? But you guys came up in the school district here, and so what is the differences that you're seeing now than when you were in school, and what changes are you seeing that may be disrupting how things
Less education. Like literally, like I feel like people that been graduated when I was in school were overall smarter. Like literally, like the kids, like they're like, oh, I'm graduating. And then I'll just like be speaking to them or certain things. I'll be like, they gave you a diploma?
Yeah.
Like,
So what's
that's
the
real.
issue?
That's
but-
real.
What is the issue?
Because like
what did we have back then that we don't
I
have
think it's a
now?
bunch of things, though. I think it's a bunch of things that we should tap into next segment, next podcast.
If you failed, then you failed.
Yeah.
Then you failed. Like notice, when's the last time you heard somebody was held back?
Yeah.
When we was in school, like it was, oh yeah, he in the third grade for the third time.
Yeah, he failed.
Like you gonna learn them ABCs,
but check
little
it out.
Cletus.
But check it out. Check it out. Check it
That was
out.
different.
And if you failed, you got your ass whooped, and you was in the house for the summer. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't no failing in there, but you out with your boys and all that. Our parents was
So we're the
you know what I'm
problem.
saying? Yeah.
We're the new adults.
I think
The new adults are the
I
problem.
think, like I said, as time went on, the restraints and the restrictions in regards to the amount of education that we received changed.
Right.
Because, it's like you said, it's a trickle-down effect. Okay, like up until probably like 5th or 6th grade, when I was in grade school, way back when, I had a personal relationship with all my teachers.
Yeah.
I could go to my teachers, and my teachers could pull me aside and tell me something, and I would cry. Like when I was a theater kid. When I went to 23 school, so I would sing and be in plays and stuff. My mom had MS, couldn't take me to the plays, couldn't take me to rehearsals. My teacher would come pick me up.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I want you to be a part of this.
Right.
You have a true passion and all that.
Right.
So they invested.
Right.
You don't even have the opportunity to do that now.
Yeah.
A lot of teachers don't because they're stretched thin.
Right.
They
You
communicate.
be bad too. Man. Bad teachers too, though. It's
Yeah.
bad
Oh no,
teachers.
I'm not saying it's bad people in all situations, but the culture. The lack of resources. I mean, it's just all different. It's all different.
Let's end there because I don't want to spread this too thin because this is important. We should probably pick up on this and then move into our other topics on our next podcast.
Yeah.
On the next show. But I want to end there and of course shout out the team here.
Nigors?
The Norco.
Newarco?
Norco.
Oh, I thought it was Nigors.
Golly,
The
this dude,
Dior
man.
Nicors. The Dior Nicors. That's what they're called. The Dior Nicors.
Norco, not Norco.
The group of Nigors.
The Nor Nicors.
Group of Nigors.
Well, man, in plain English, it means the black company.
There you go. The Black
company.
The Black Podcast Company. There you go.
Shout out to my Nigors. Shout out to my Nigors.
But
Nicors.
hey, this episode was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. We got through a lot. We got to talk
This is
about
a
a
real
lot.
episode.
Yes,
And-
we're
yeah,
finding
it
our
was-
niche, guys.
Yeah, we getting there, and that's the thing. We getting there. You know what I'm saying? We getting there, and
It's gonna be a fun journey.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be
man,
fun.
definitely,
But we
definitely.
appreciate all the subscribers, the listeners, everybody that's giving us constructive criticism. Believe me, we're taking it in.
Absolutely.
And we are adjusting it and trying
It's
to
up
make
to
this the
inboxes,
best.
man. It's up to inboxes, man.
Yeah, leave him alone with the inbox.
When I say inbox me a topic, please don't inbox me. Can y'all talk about why your baby mama won't stop cheating? I can't do nothing about that, bro.
What you mean you can't do nothing about that?
She got a cordial crotch, bro. She got a cordial crotch, and she like this. Spread her joy. There's nothing I can do for you.
That thing little.
She got a what?
That thing little.
A cordial crotch.
All right, wait, hold on. You wait, time out. I know we over time, but we about to end right here. Brandon, your post today.
Which one?
They had to wash the coo and the
The cool
Let me tell y'all what the coup and the chi is. It means you got to lift up the garage door and watch where the cars park at. Because y'all got that first thing on the front of the couch. You got to lift that up and watch where the pole go. So when you throw
How do you
pole in
even
her
know
soul,
this?
so when you throw that pole in her soul, that's the chi. But what you got to go past to get to the chi is the
Cut
couch.
that off. Cut that off. The
That's
episode,
it.
What?